Hello everyone and welcome. So today we're going to talk about the draconic path. So what is the draconic path, you ask? Well, the draconic path um is a path that is the gray witch path or the gray mage's path. It's a path about balancing the light and dark, balancing the masculine and feminine, and balancing out the yin and yang energies within you. And your dragon spirit guides, how do I describe them? Dragons are interdimensional beings from our that aren't necessarily part of the 3/40 dimension that we live in today. And so the best way to describe the draconic path is you're taught to like, for instance, there's different dragons of different primordial forces. Like, for instance, Leviathan is a dragon of the primordial force of water and of the void. And he teaches people how to face their own shadow who's on the draconic path. Because when you're on the draconic path, at some point you'll get connected with different types of dragons. Like, for instance, Leviathan. He is the dragon of the void and of water and of darkness. He teaches you how to go into the void, how to face your own shadow so that you can grow and utilize that knowledge to help manifest and manipulate reality. How, like, because dragons, they teach you balance. They're all about balance. And like, for instance, Fafnir, he is the dragon of fire, and he teaches you how to use the primordial force of fire, that fiery passion, that internal flame. That's also known as the eternal flame. And then Tiamat, she is the primordial dragon of earth, or of the primordial force of earth, because every element has their what's widestream known as normal elements, but then there's the primordial frequencies of each of those elements, the elements at the beginning, before essentially before they became before they manifested and helped make and structure our reality that we are living in now. Because everything in nature is made by these forces. Like, you can't have trees without the earth, air, and water, and then the fire, which is the life that the sun gives the plants and all of us. Um, let's see. And then Quasimodo, he is the dragon of air, the primordial force of air. And air is all about communicating the breath of life and the power of speech. Because speech is a very powerful tool to use when you're trying to help others. Your words have power behind them. Like, for instance, when a person says, I love this community, they're projecting that love energy. Like, because the power of the breath is ancient but also powerful. Even like the Native Americans and like the monks and all of these really old cultures understand that the breath is powerful. that your words have power. Let's see. Nylion or Nilion, it's pronounced one of those things, is the dragon of water. And she teaches you how to utilize your emotions. Your emotions have such power. People don't realize the power of emotions and when you channel them properly. When you channel your emotions properly, you can manifest miracles. You can heal people. You can help plants grow. You can put protection around other people. You can make things happen at the speed that you want to. Your emotions are very powerful, is a very powerful tool. And those on the draconic path, we're taught how to utilize our emotions and cultivate the ability of our emotions. Like, for instance, here's a prime example. Like if you're someone who's in Star Wars, I'm not that deep into Star Wars, but in the Star Wars universe, there's three primordial forces of the Force, are attributes of the Force: the light side of the Force, the dark side of the Force, and the balancer, the one that wields both. And on the draconic path, we're taught how to embrace our shadow self and our higher self, and cultivate and utilize that gray energy, because gray energy is the energy of transformation in alchemy, in life, and in things in general. And that's from my experience. And in my experience, dragons are real life beings, but they're interdimensional beings. So they don't specifically exist in our physical realm. They're multidimensional. And they teach you multidimensionality as well. You can learn so much. Like, the dragon realm is another vibrational frequency realm. It's a realm that's beyond the void. It's the realm where dragons originated from, in my opinion. So, and that's in my experience. So dragons are like, you won't physically see dragons unless your sight's activated, but they exist in nature just like other nature spirits, like for instance fairies, unicorns, and elves, and gnomes, and all these different nature spirits. And dragons are like that. They are like a primordial elemental being, because they existed before, they existed like at the start of creation, in my opinion. At least that's in my experience. But yeah, and that's my understanding on about the draconic path. Please let me know in the let me know in the just please let me know in the chat because I want to make sure I'm helping people understand this. So please let me know in the comments below on if this was helpful or not. So please, and I appreciate that, and many blessings to y'all. Thank y'all.